With Ford currently working on their S650 Mustang, making awesome cars such as the GT, GTD, and the Dark Horse, there's always been one car that feels like it's missing, and that is the GT500. Now I know we recently got the GT350, and frankly, I didn't feel like doing a video on it. I always felt it didn't really feel like a GT350 Mustang, it more always felt like a third-party modified Mustang, which is why I didn't even do a video on it. But now with new spy shots of the upcoming GT500, it's time to do a video on Shelby again. So we're talking about what we've seen, what we know, and we're gonna get my thoughts on it. Let's get right into it. So I'll admit, I'm a little bit late on this, but that's life. So what we've seen. So around the end of April, what we saw was a new Mustang and car camo being worked on at the Ford Dearborn factory. And needless to say, it looked aggressive. It was using the hollow carbon fiber Ford racing wheels. It had huge intakes for, well, more air. And the rear wing looked like it either came from the Dark Horse or the old Mach 1. But the beauty of this Mustang is the drivetrain. There's a leaked email that came from Ford a little while ago that talked about the engine. It had the code name Legend. And this Legend V8 is said to be a supercharged 5.2-liter V8 making 1,000 horsepower. Presumably going to be using the same automatic transmission as the last GT500, but the beauty of this one is it's also going to be all-wheel drive, which lands it in a really funny slot in the current Mustang lineup, but I'll get to that later. But there's a couple firsts going on here. Like, this is the first production coupe all-wheel drive Mustang ever. Now I say production because in the 60s there was actually an all-wheel drive Mustang concept car being worked on, and there's a couple in existence, like they are around, but it was only a concept car and never actually came to production. And I am saying the first 1,000 horsepower production Mustang, but I am aware there's the Shelby 1000s and there was Super Snakes and whatnot that made over 1,000 horsepower. Yes, those do exist. But those were all kind of aftermarket things. You take your GT500 to get that 1,000 horsepower. This will be a from factory car. And this is the first Mustang I kind of think is a silly for fun car, supposed to being a track weapon or a drag car. And what I mean by that is it being all-wheel drive and 1,000 horsepower, it doesn't quite feel like the track car, because the GTD is the track weapon Mustang. No trunk, no rear seats, inboard suspension, it costs over $300,000. That's the track weapon. The Dark Horse definitely is also a track toy, but it's kind of the affordable track toy. It's way more obtainable, but it is still track focused. It's maybe not the silly for fun car, but maybe this is actually the drag car. All-wheel drive, probably an automatic transmission, 1,000 horsepower. This thing is gonna launch like nothing else. Ford has this thing doing a sub 2.5 seconds 0 to 60. I will not be shocked at all. Which means we have the Mustang GT, which is your entry-level V8 fun car, the Dark Horse being the track car, the GTD being the extreme track car we'll see two of on the road, and the GT500 being the drag car again, which I'm not against. And saying all that makes you feel like the new GT350 is just gonna be a burnout car that we're never gonna see on the road, but whatever, we always need one. Now there's also the big question. This is something I did a whole video on, of muscle cars being really expensive. So what do I think it's going to cost? Well, GT500s haven't been super affordable since 2014, so I think this is going to be very expensive. If this thing is north of $150,000, at least in Canada, I will not be shocked. In America, this is probably going to be north of $125,000, and in Canada, it's probably be at least $150,000, $160,000. I won't be shocked at all if we see a stupidly marked up GT500 at $200,000. Not hoping for it, just saying dealers are greedy as all hell. Either way, I'm actually kind of looking forward to this. Again, we've never had a coupe all-wheel drive Mustang. I think that's gonna be really neat to see. And unlike the new Charger, you'll actually be able to do all-wheel drive donuts. But anyway, we're gonna keep this video short, and I wanna know what you think. What's your thoughts on the new GT500 being all-wheel drive? Are you for it, or do you think it's kind of a cop-out? And do you want one? Let me know in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. Like, subscribe, join if you've seen. I tend to post a couple times a week, and I'll see you later.